Hi folks, and welcome back to Amberlea Model Railway. It's been a while, 6 months plus. My last video was in September of last year. The main reason for not doing much over the last half a year, mainly because I was away from home for 2 periods of time, once in October and once in February, March of this year. But also I really lost my modelling mojo. September time last year, and didn't feel like, when I came home from being away, didn't feel like getting back into it immediately. So there was that, and then I also became pretty disillusioned with the whole YouTube thing. After a year of making content and posting it on YouTube, 30 plus videos, and everybody that makes videos for YouTube will know how much work is involved putting that content together, filming, editing, etc. I just wasn't seeing any growth in the channel. Especially when compared to very similar channels with very similar content, reaching 1,000 plus subscribers in the same time scale as me. And I'd liked to think that I was putting out reasonable content, and some channels do a lot of talking and not much else. Not much modelling, and they seem to be doing better than I was, and I just couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong, what I needed to do more of or needed to do better in order to attract people to the channel. So after a bit of soul searching, after coming back from my time away a couple of weeks ago, I thought now is the time to bite the bullet, get started again. I felt more ready to get back into modelling, and I've been up in the train room pretty much every day for the last couple of weeks. I've put together for you this time a look at the layout and my thoughts for what I'm going to do work or project wise for the next sort of 6 months. A lot of little niggly things that I've needed doing for a while, but I've identified them now. And I've decided pretty much what I'm going to do to improve or to rectify the areas that I've highlighted. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. I'm back. I'm glad to be back. If you are coming across the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing and liking the content. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm to guide and direct more people towards the channel, and more people subscribing is a real bonus and a real pat on the back for content producers. So if you can find the time to subscribe, that would be great. I'm just under 250 subscribers at the moment. I'd like to think I could possibly get to 300 and beyond in the next couple of months. So without further ado, enjoy the video, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Bye-bye now. This is the area that will house the TMD. As you can see, the a line runs down the side, the inside of the elevated section underneath, giving access to the area here, which will house some sidings, refueling point, a facility of some description. That's all to do. That's going to be a nice project to complete, I think. Then, as we move round the layout clockwise, the area at the back there where the retaining wall sits still needs to be just finished off with some vegetation at the base, and a little bit of tidying up, and I'm sure that will look fine. There's ballasting work to be done in this area here. They're quite complex line crossovers, and all round this bend, which, if you remember, was newly laid, or relaid should I say, leading out into the 4 lines going down the back straight. Again, will need to be tidied up with some vegetation, etc. And then this area here will be a part of a golf course. So here we've got what's going to be a golf green with some bunkers alongside it, and a little bit of fairway. There'll be a thick hedge and trees along the inside of the track there. Then in this area here we'll have 2 slightly raised up tee boxes, which will start the hole coming back down towards the camera. Obviously this hole here will be finishing here, so it'll be finishing away from the camera. So that's my idea for this area here, and I think along this edge will be possibly built up or some housing, a row of houses with the backs forming the edge of the golf course along here. More ballasting along the back there, and again some vegetation just at the base of that embankment, just to finish it off. Not much more work to be done in the river section at the back there, and obviously at the front. I think I'm reasonably happy with how that all looks. More of the same here, just finishing off the base of that embankment with some vegetation and ballasting the tracks at the back there. Now in this area, I've covered the tracks over with a sort of a box-like device, just to protect the tracks. But this will be quite a major project. This will be a hillside. I don't know, you can go back, I'll link the video here when I made the hillside previously in one of my earlier videos. It's going to be something similar, but it's going to be a little bit better in my opinion, and will suit the layout better. So the track work's all in place now. Just remains for me to really design what I'm going to do hillside wise, and then sort of start and get on with it. Here at the other side of the hill, there'll be tunnel portal mouths entering out into this area here, which was similar to what it was before, but it's going to be better designed and give a better effect. This area here is all looking okay. I'm reasonably happy with the way it is. One thing that might change is I might bring on the outside line there, I might put a curved point in and bring it across to join the start of the elevated section, because I have no way of getting from the extension which we'll cover in a minute, back onto the main running circuit. So I really need to be able to take a train off the main circuits, the main 4 circuits, all of which are accessible from each other, and can get onto the extension, but I can't do a circuit and then get off it again. So I'm just going to need to do some fancy dancing there, get a point in, bring that line across, and that may result in the moving of that industrial unit there. It's not fixed down, so it's not a massive problem. I may need to even just perhaps make another one and make it slightly smaller to accommodate the line going across there. That's my idea anyway. If you have any thoughts about how best to achieve that that line join up, then please sling it down in the comments. I'll be grateful for anything that comes along. Taking you along the extension, everything pretty much finished in this area up to the end of the bridge, and then in this area here there'll need to be, behind the station, there'll need to be some low relief units just to hide that bit of wall and give the impression of it continuing out into the distance. I have made, or I'm in the process of making, some low relief buildings, and I hope to be able to show you those in the next video. You will have seen and remember the idea for the completing the back section here in this corner was the tracks disappearing under a built-up area. Well, I've done some of that, as you've seen in the section before this. I am in the process of finishing that off, and again I hope to be able to show you some pictures of that in the very near future. More work to be done in the fields here. The gates need putting on the entrances there. Footpaths need to be marked in. Need some cattle, possibly farm vehicles, tractors, etc., just around and about, just to finish off that scene. And again, the edges of the cutting leading up to the tunnel need to be finished off with some vegetation, and I think that will look reasonably good once that's all done. I need to get in place the road here for the level crossing and get that all engineered in. That will be good. Finish off the road down to the station, and obviously the station forecourt, car park, and whatever else I'm going to put in this space here. I haven't really decided yet what that's going to be. Again, if you've got any ideas, give me a shout down below, and certainly will consider it. The next area is just this little cutting here. Just needs the dressing, putting on it some bushes and trees and vegetation, and I think that will finish that off quite nicely. Moving back up from the bridge, returning towards the main area of the layout. That's all good. I'm all happy with how that all looks. And then we come round onto, again, the main area of the layout. At the front here, that will need dressing. Probably I'll just green it up, and then it will lead into the roadway here. The road actually comes towards the camera. Just needs again finishing off, white lines down the centre of the road, fences, footpath, etc. So that's all good. This area here, again, depending on how I do the link up between the two tracks, is just going to be, I think, a little bit of a waste ground, railway waste area. I think the signal box will still have to sit there because it controls all these points here. So it's still going to have to be in the area somewhere. Might just move it left or right slightly to fit in with the track arrangements. The station's going to need a bit of a refurb. I think I did it in haste when I started out. That canopy there over the far platform is way too thick, way too big. It needs to be smaller. And I think the downstairs from the station concourse down onto the platform, they're too big, they're too wide. They're stretched nearly the full length, full width of the platform. Realistically, nobody would be able to get past, although there isn't much else beyond there. I still think there would need to be space. So I think I might need to remodel those. I'll use the same principle, but I'll just make the component parts a little bit smaller. I think that will work quite well. A little bit of titivating on the station again. The flower boxes at the end there haven't moved. They need to be done, and then just dressing the end of the platforms there. A little bit of ballasting around the points, and I think that will complete that quite nicely. So I hope that's brought you nicely back up to date with where we are with my layout. Hope to start putting regular videos out again. It will be every 2 weeks, every second week on a Sunday, usually, unless life gets in the way. But we'll see how that goes. And I'll bring you some, hopefully, some developments in the next videos. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon.